Do you believe the Megalodon is real? I mean, after 2 of those Meg movies, I certainly do. This gigantic shark sighting is said to have taken place in the 1960s. Right off the hop, just off the edge of Australia's Great Barrier Reef, we saw a massive shark. Could it be the Megalodon? Could it not be? I vote it is. According to author B.C. Cartmel in his book called Let's Go Fossil Shark Tooth Hunting, little wordy, the sailors involved in this sighting back in the day initially refused to talk about it because of the fear of being teased for being afraid of what they had seen. Fear not, my friends, that's how you end up on one of our lists. Welcome, come on in. After some time, however, they began to speak about this incident. They were brave enough and they told their story. They explained that while on board their 85-foot ship, they needed to weigh anchor in order to conduct some engine repairs. Totally normal stuff, totally shark-free at this point. While this was ongoing, the crew became absolutely shocked when they saw the biggest shark they had ever seen slowly swim past their completely stuck ship. That's a nightmare scenario. All the men agreed that they were not mistaking a whale and that what they were looking at was indeed a massive shark. They also said that this shark was so large it was rivaling the boat in size. It was as big as the boat? Are you kidding me? This is absolutely massive. Whether it really was Megalodon or not, whatever shark they saw that day certainly wasn't the average size. I'm never swimming again. A few years ago, a video began circulating the internet and it shows this gigantic shark scouring the seafloor. Now, people online quickly put a story to this video saying that allegedly this is a megalodon that was caught on camera for the first time at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Now, the creature is seen swimming over top of what is apparently an abandoned shark cage. Wonder what happened in there. And the video seems to be enough to have convinced many people, including me and hopefully including you at this point. The video is certainly compelling and whatever we see is most definitely terrifying to look at, but with my very limited knowledge of anything that lives in the sea, thankfully I don't go in it often, it's tough to say anything further. What do you guys think? Is this the first look at our Megalodon in the Mariana Trench, or is this just a normal shark that just happens to look big and scary? Last May, marine biodiversity student Alex Albright shared a TikTok that left the internet buzzing. And by buzzing, I mean we're very scared now. Off the Massachusetts coast, Alex and fellow researchers encountered a shark so massive it stunned the entire crew. Again, these people have seen sharks their entire lives, so to see one that actually stuns them must have been something. As the colossal creature loomed near their ship, screams and, of course, some expletives filled the air. One commenter even speculated that it could have been Megalodon, though Alex made no such claim. The viral video reignited fears of what massive predators might still lurk in the ocean's depths. This story comes from all the way back in 1869 when an Irish scientist headed out on an expedition to Seychelles. Now, it's said that he went there to study fish, but man, he was not prepared for the specimens that he would go on to study for the rest of his life. It's said that he found one that was over 15 meters, which is already a whopping almost 50 feet, but the other one really took the cake. Hence, 2 specimens. The second specimen that he found was apparently 23 meters long, which is a massive 75 feet. That is way bigger. Since this was so long ago, there isn't any official documentation of it in ways that we have now, but if there had been, the second one would have held the record for being the largest ever seen on the planet. That's pretty sweet. It's absolutely wild. Seeing it is one thing, but imagine being able to actually study it, hopefully from afar. In 1981, Australian naturalist David Stead documented a chilling account from cray fishermen near Broughton Island in his book Sharks and Rays of the Australian Seas. The fishermen described encountering a monstrous shark so large that it left them all terrified, refusing to return to their fishing grounds for days. They were like, I'm not going back, screw that. Seasoned as they were, they insisted it was no whale, but an enormous shark unlike anything they'd ever seen before. Their fear underscored the sheer size and presence of this mysterious creature, fueling speculation that it could have been the legendary Megalodon. A little more jazzy than Left Shark, this one. Legendary novelist and deep-sea angler Zane Grey once described a chilling encounter with what he dubbed a man-eating monster, off the South Pacific. Now, Grey, known for his vivid, adventurous tales, recalled a shark so massive that it dwarfed his 40-foot fishing boat. 40 feet, how big was this thing? This creature, with its yellow and green body, white spots, immense pectoral fins, and a square head as wide as a doorframe, was unlike anything he had ever seen. Gray's account reads like a page from one of his thrillers, but the vivid details suggests it was more than mere exaggeration. Whether fact or fiction, the thought of such a beast haunting the ocean depths sends shivers down the spine, particularly for anyone daring enough to venture into the open sea, which I will not do. You will not see me in the sea, haha. Okay, hit that like button. The Black Demon of Cortez is a legend that looms large over Mexico's Baja coast. Local fishermen have long whispered of a massive jet black shark prowling the waters, a creature whose sheer size and strength inspire fear and awe. Sounds like Megalodon. Eric Mack, once such fisherman, described a harrowing encounter where his boat was rocked violently by something beneath the waves. As he turned to look, he saw a tail towering 5 feet out of the water, signaling the presence of an enormous predator. This mysterious creature's reputation grew so infamous that it became the subject of an episode of Monster Quest on the History Channel. Guy made it to the History Channel. Okay, that's like a credit, further solidifying its place in modern folklore. That's how you do it, folks. The thought of a stealthy, colossal shark patrolling these waters is enough to even keep the most seasoned sailors on edge. The tragedy of the USS Indianopolis remains one of the darkest moments in naval history. In 1945, after a Japanese torpedo split the ship in two, 900 sailors found themselves stranded in shark-infested waters. Over the next 5 days, chaos and horror completely unfolded as nearly 600 men were all taken by relentless shark attacks. Survivor accounts describe enormous sharks circling them in the water, with one that stood out. Its dorsal fins were cutting through the waves as they picked off men one by one. The sheer terror of watching helpless comrades dragged underwater by this massive predator, of course, left psychological scars on those who did survive. And to this day, the incident is remembered as one of the deadliest and most haunting shark encounters in human history. But was it the Megalodon, or was it just something else that was big and these men were obviously scared for their lives? What do you think? Comment down below. In the waters of Isla Guadalupe, Mexico, a 15-foot great white shark was spotted with a massive gaping wound, a bite mark so large that it defied belief. Huge. The sight of such a colossal injury on an already enormous predator set off a flurry of speculation. Could it have been caused by another bigger shark, or was this evidence of something far more terrifying, perhaps a megalodon? Experts noted that for such a wound to exist in the first place, the attacking creature would have to be far larger than the great white itself, which is mind-blowing. The idea that an ancient predator might still roam the oceans today, preying on even the ocean's top hunters, is both fascinating and deeply unsettling. In Japan, archaeologists unearthed a 3,000-year-old human skeleton bearing over 800 puncture wounds and deep gashes, telling a story of some violent demise. Now, at first, researchers believed the injuries might have been inflicted by weapons, but the sheer number and nature of these wounds ruled this theory out. Instead, all evidence now points to a massive shark attack. The discovery is now considered one of the oldest recorded shark attacks in history. While the specific species responsible remains a mystery, some have speculated about how long ago it was. Perhaps it was a massive predator, possibly even a megalodon. The notion that such a terrifying creature could have been responsible for this ancient attack serves as a haunting reminder of how little we truly know about the ocean's most fearsome predators. Even thousands of years ago, the sea's depths harbored horrors that still inspire dread today. And who knows, maybe it's still alive. The pyramids are still here, maybe the megas too. Do you believe? Comment down below. We'll see you next time. Peace. Alright, time to adjust my beanie for 10 minutes straight. It's gonna be great.
Want to see more videos like this one? Check out this video next. It's about real alien sightings that the government doesn't want you to see. Click the video now to find out more. What are you waiting for?